You know, one of the thoughts that I've always had about the Trump administration, even before they came into office again, was that these people are so incompetent, just so genuinely stupid, that it's unlikely they would be able to pull off any kind of successful coup, allowing Trump to stay in office past his term. But most importantly, that a lot of their most ambitious yet horrible goals would be immediately struck down because of how dumb they are. And that leads me to a viewer question here. This is from Chris Weir 3166, who says, I genuinely believe this administration is so corrupt and so inept they cannot sustain this for the full 4-year term. The rest of the world are not influenced by Fox and company and see Trump as a corrupt fool. How much influence do you think international contempt for the Trump regime may have in its, in my opinion, inevitable collapse? I think the international contempt, of course, is palpable at this point. You can see it. We hear it. Their media, of course, is not as, shall I say, placating of Donald Trump as ours is. So they understand the truth and they can see it objectively. You know, they don't necessarily have a political leaning one way or other for those of us here in the United States. So they're just looking at things as they are, not through any kind of, politically skewed lens. But I will say, part of this is by design. This nonstop corruption, the nonstop stupidity, it's their plan, right? The plan is to overload people to the point where they just get numb and don't care anymore. And I think the media is, of course, helping play into that. But the administration, according to someone I know who has sources, we will say, in the Trump administration, the plan is to have at least 2 stories per week that basically drive the public crazy. 2 outrages that are relatively minor outrages, but still outrages nevertheless, to distract the public from the really horrible things that they're trying to do behind the scenes. And so far, I think that has definitely played itself out. I think that's what we've seen from this administration. They want us to be exhausted. They want us to grow numb. They want us to tune it out, which is all the more reason for us to not do that. We cannot give in to what they want. We cannot become numb. We cannot become overwhelmed. If you get sick and tired, take a few days, right? I mean, I took a week off. It's great. Got another one coming up in 2 weeks. So you have to do that. You have to break yourself away, but not permanently. See, they're hoping people do it permanently, that people just tune out the news, just never come back. And honestly, we did see a bit of that right after the election across the board in progressive media. All of us experienced like this massive drop in subscribers. Not just that people weren't coming to the channel, but existing subscribers unsubscribed from all of us. We all, have talked to several other people. Everybody lost thousands of subscribers. And then after about a month or two, it all came roaring back. So people tuned out for quite a while after the election because they were so disillusioned. But so far, it's not happening. I really genuinely think it's not actually happening to the degree that the Trump administration had hoped it would. So they either have to keep inventing new crazy things for us to get mad about, or accept the fact that their strategy of wearing us down isn't working because the public seems more pissed than ever. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.